Faris bin Abdul Qasim. My native number is 273574. I want to present about overview of sport industry in Malaysia. Sport as an industry in Malaysia is classified as a new sector that has been growing since 20 years ago. State sports development seeks to place sport as an industry that plays a role in making an impact on economic growth, addition to contributing to the state. So the main players are two. First is Al Ihsan Sports. It is a local Malaysian brand sport goods shop which has been growing since 1993, and now it has almost 100 branches all over Malaysia. The selection of sports goods offered by Al Ihsan is on par with the international branded sport that exists in Malaysia. Sports goods that sole focus on sport clothing for various type of sport, especially soccer. Number 2 is JD Sport Malaysia, one of the most popular sport shop brands in Malaysia, especially among young people who love the world of sports fashion. Offers a wide selection of sports clothing brands that are created for young people, for men and women, regardless of age level, including children. For fans of sports shoes fashion, JD Sport exhibit various design, colors, brands and prices that match the high quality on offer. Next is industry challenges. There are three main challenges that administrators must overcome. First is technology. The development of technology is very fast and various since recently, forcing sports administrators to act swiftly in an attempt to understand what is happening. This is important because technology plays a role in facilitating work and can save time and money. Number 2 is ethics. Technology that is too sophisticated will cause difficulty as well, especially about the confusion of using it ethically and without full legislation. Number 3 is social responsibility. In the future, a manager will be more sensitive to the atmosphere around him and will perform tasks that will show his sensitivity. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Tifa. Now I'll explain about inventory management strategy. To begin with, demand in the sport industry is responsive to the volatility of trends, particularly events and seasons. Products must be available on the right time at the right place and meet the demand. The inventory must be controlled to avoid stockouts, manage seasonal peaks, and stay on the game. If a business failed to reach the demand due to shortage, then the opportunity cost will be higher. In maintaining the inventory, companies utilize the technologies available. The key is inventory control tracking software that is easy to use, customizable and flexible, complete solution, and comes in the form of cloud-based, so it can be connected to people's mobile and they can access live updates and creating a seamless information flow. Next is production and inventory management. The methods of carrying and managing inventories vary among different organizations. Major challenge for the industrial environment is to manage movable assets, which is sports equipment, one of the movable assets. A common method used in the sports industry is inventory control tracking system that utilize scanners such as barcode, labeling, and radio frequency identification or RFID. Barcode scanning for asset management becomes more popular now because of the falling price tag. As a result, Asset management includes tasks like track down the goods, trace their utilization, and also guarantee their preservation. Without a software tracking system, the processing costs might be higher due to time wasted by workers to search the inventory manually. Also, this tracking software will trace incoming inventory, outgoing inventory, inventory count, and warehouse transfer. Now, RFID utilization is rising due to its greatest visibility and nearly faultless inventory management. With this software, the production process of a business can be fully automated. Next, collaboration program. Collaborated inventory management provides a marvelous opportunity for manufacturers and suppliers to achieve their goals. This all starts with a fixed and close collaboration between companies. For example, Adidas. Adidas initially collaborated with Axclair AG, a plastic and rubber manufacturing company in Ansbach, Germany, to be the operator of their production. They implement robot-staffed speed factories for the production of their shoes. In 2019, Adidas modified their partnership with Axclair to the production in 4D printing and other areas only, so no longer for the shoes production. And speed factory production in Axclair was discontinued at the end of 2019 and was moved into Asian suppliers, so they can continue to be characterized by particularly short production time, allowing the company to continue to respond quickly to consumer needs.
Assalamualaikum, I'm Nur Syuhada. I will continue with the inventory control dimension. Inventory control is the management and control of various items, finished goods, and other resources in entire production and operation process of the manufacturing or service industry to keep it reserved at the economical reasonable level. So in simple words, inventory control is a business that utilizes the technique for controlling stock to get high profit. Okay, inventory control is a significant piece of warehouse management. So it indicates that dimension is very important for sport industry. There must be a production design and purchasing be guided by the procurement cycle, especially under the sport industry. Inventory control can ensure the production and business need keep inventory healthy and appropriate quantity to stay away from the overload or shortage. Okay, under the inventory control dimension, we state that three important elements. The first one is inventory location, sourcing policy, and inventory ownership. The basic function of inventory location include the entry and exit item. The place are going to be sold or sections, city building, floor, accounting unit, or the other are where to store the inventory. Okay, in sport business, some of time they will put their inventory utilizing a supply chain framework. A storeroom, the executive framework is additionally an advanced apparatus needed to have control and enhance the work process of an extraordinary inventory management with the appropriate inventory control framework. Industry will be prepared to follow inventory at each progression. Okay, sourcing policy or sourcing equation refers to those purchase where there is only supplier that has merchandise. So it's in sport industry, suppliers should consist to appropriate law, rules, and guidelines, also significant business principle. For example, sourcing policy procedure meet the fair working environment, factory process and safety, and product safety and others. This policy can guarantee that the entire of suppliers consist to the supportability guidelines that industry set up and improve the supportability in value change. The warehouse management model can be divided into consignment and supplier managed inventory according to inventory ownership. Therefore, inventory often conceals many objects that should occur and keep high profit. Good inventory strategy: prepare supply on time and to achieve zero inventory. Zero inventory technology can organize the supply of material in accordance with the just-in-time system. Okay, other example is vendor managed inventory. This is a inventory operation model in supply chain environment. The importance is VMI can wipe out the bullwhip effect to a certain extent. Okay, VMI is awesome inventory management method because it's in supply chain framework. It can get synchronous operation.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Hana Nurain binti Harun, matrix number 273289. Now, allow me to explain regarding the information relay dimension. Information relay dimension explains regarding how information can help the companies to better manage their daily operations. Having unlimited access to varying information related to the sports industry can help companies to conduct better decision making. This is because with the availability of information, companies are able to play out scenarios that may affect their business goals. Some of the aspects that companies can extract information from are demand visibility, access to information, as well as IT configuration. Now, demand visibility is one attribute that is mainly driven by the demands of customers. It is considered to be one of the most important components in the demand supply network, the DDSN. Through demand visibility, companies can strive to serve their customers better. Demand visibility can be achieved through the use of demand visibility point or DVP by combining the product with the customer-driven supply chain management. Second is access to information. Information in particular is very crucial for businesses in terms of operation management. Information can help companies to exploit any market opportunities that can assist them in winning the market share. Information would allow the companies to use technological advancements in their day-to-day operations, and essentially this would give them the opportunities to serve their customers' wants and needs better. Lastly is the IT configuration. IT configuration is possible as society nowadays have started to move towards the initiative of information technology or IT. Information technology derives hugely from the use of computerization. Companies would use computers to sort through informational databases. The use of database can easily help the companies to thoroughly track every information that is related with the sports industry.
Decision-making relate dimension. In an industry supply chain management, the decision-making process is critical. If the organization does not provide accurate and effective outcome, it will suffer short-term and long-term consequences. Replenishment, monitoring and ordering. Integration of warehouse management system with enterprise resource planning technology is common in the sport equipment sector. ERP unifies all back-office operations to establish a master data environment and outcome user optimization. A system like this is required for sport equipment inventory management by machines. Next is control limits. Stock control is a process by a company in managing inventory hangover in an organization in warehouse and in store. This is an order compilation and then through storage. The user move. Mistake in managing inventory can cause a variety of problems that can occur in a company that can lead to huge losses. Therefore, it is important for the retail industry, such as the sport equipment industry, to keep updating the inventory all the time without taking time. Replenishment and shipment decision. Sport equipment that has been completed from the manufacturing process will be exported for delivery and distribution to customer through agents around the world. Agent will usually work on behalf of companies such as Alisan, JD Sport and others that need to deal primarily with wholesalers such as marketing, making custom deliveries and taking over products.
My name is Akila Balkis binti Ishaq, my matric number 270170. Next, I will continue this present about pros and cons of inventory management practice in sport industry. In the sport industry, inventory management will save costs because the practice of inventory management require frequent and carefully monitoring because it involves the stock of an organization. The person responsible for maintaining this inventory should avoid unnecessary wastage of inventory and monitor the number of inventories so that they are sufficient to accommodate the unforeseen demand or during the emergency request. Thus, if the sport industry use this software, it will be able to reduce the use of extensive expenses and is minimize the amount of parts that are not needed in the warehouse. This saving will also provide additional space for the organization to keep the stock such as the demand for goods from customer. Secondly, this inventory management practice will save time because the system is run automatically. Compared to the manual process, it will be interrupted by the daily routine of women because the manual process is carried out by women. Therefore, the company can complete other work first. For example, to a sporting goods sales store, when stock management in a store adopt this inventory management practice, indirectly prevent employee from doing repetitive work such as recounting inventory because the record are inaccurate. If this calculation process need to be done, the employee has used the extra time to perform the task for a second time, where in fact that time is to perform other available tasks. This inventory management practice is carried out automatically and use machine where it does not require any reason to be discontinued. In addition, the result of access using the machine are more accurate when we compare to the result of access performed by human. This software simplifies some tasks as it can be done automatically, such as data collection, inventory calculation, and record making. Evidence that can be shown in the sport industry is the existing inventory management devices such as barcode scanner that can be done automatically. As such, it will perform the exact achievement and there is no need to check again if it has set as all the correct details. Every detail that has many aspects of familiarity that is on the market requires its implementation cost is high. Big business that have system with this great feature are aiming for the efficiency and better business. In addition to the high cost of installation, there are also other costs that need to be borne, such as the maintenance cost. It is because to improve the performance and it needs to be done periodically. Usually, also this detail can only be done on large-scale business because large companies are able to invest in covering the required costs but not to the small business. Furthermore, although inventory management practice are carried out automatically, it requires complex management method to handle tasks using this machine. This is because improper management will cause the machine to be set in the wrong way and will lead to the occurrence of error on the task. Therefore, to operate it requires special manuals that must be followed and adequate training. To get staff who understand everything to operate this machine, it will take a long period of time because it is involved the complex management. At other time, the obvious disadvantage in that this pose problem to the production of good. It is because each of this inventory practice management process requires the sufficient focus. This includes financial management, which involve the installation and maintenance costs. management in the operation of the machine, as well as strengthening the training of staff to be skilled in handling it. When all these activities are focused, the company will begin to set aside the priority that is often focused on customer service. If this continue to happen, it will lead to poor quality of goods, high level of damage, and in turn cause reduce the customer satisfaction with our goods. For recommendation, running business is not that involve this inventory is not easy, and most of it is done manually by paper or access file. However, not all businesses are able to install the detail of this sophisticated system due to the expensive installation cost. Therefore, to improve this inventory management practice to be the same for all business, whether large or small, is just to switch to the Internet of Things application. This application is suitable for the small business such as grocery stores because of its cheaper system. The Internet of Things, or known as IoT, is a system of computing devices that involve digital and mechanical machine. Among the capabilities that can be made is to transfer data using a network without the need for human help to do so. Small businesses are able to install this system planning and continue to compete with the largest business in the market. The sport industry can start this IoT and add a sport equipment, sport or warehousing of sporting goods, because the system has deep expertise in innovative technologies. The use of this system will also allow companies to maximize the mistakes and price history and data for all the product can also be tracked and updated. In addition, this IoT can improve operational efficiency. Customer care can be improved also. So in conclusion, it can be concluded that there is a correlation between the organization productivity and inventory management practice. This is because the practice of inventory management in the sport industry has a small positive effects on the progress and development of business. Inventory is an important thing that need to be taken care of in a business, especially when the organization is faced with an unexpected demand that gets a warm response. This human burden will not be exhausted when talking about the task, but the machine, which is an advanced technology nowadays, is able to complete a task with optimum error.